only perceive 40 of them at a time. Are you paying attention to the positive ones or the negative ones? Which 40 did you choose? Because when you pay attention to the negative ones, here's what happens. Your brain goes into fight or flight. Your whole body chemistry lights up with let's have a heart attack, let's raise your blood pressure, let's shut down resources because we might need them to run from the bear. All these horrible things. We don't nourish ourselves. All this happens, right? And our brain starts looking for an escape. It starts looking for a way out. And it starts looking for all the other things that could go wrong. It's in the opposite when you perceive positive things. It doesn't mean you don't recognize there's a problem. You see that too. You're realistic. But if you spend the energy and the thought process seeing the positive things, then our brain becomes hardwired to do that. And when we look at positive things, they're always solution-oriented. They always have possibilities. They always have doors that open. They always have opportunity, right? So the chances of us noticing the thing that could get us out of the stuck place is so much greater. And that's what positive genius is. The third thing I want to tell you has everything to do with your physical health is neuroplasticity. Anybody heard that term? It's hitting the airwaves, folks. You're going to hear it. Neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to change, to deal with newness and change. And we used to think, oh, we should do things if they're new because they're better, but not change for change's sake. And we are learning that that is entirely wrong. Change for change's sake. That change itself is like going to a workout, right? It builds the body's, the brain and the nervous system's ability to search for new responses, to learn new things, to expand. It builds IQ. It builds the physical body's response to respond. Because when we are neuroplastic, we don't go into fight or flight. We don't need to, because we're not in a stuck place. Because the brain thinks, I wonder where I could go from here. You understand what I'm saying? So there really is something to positiveness and to newness. All right, now I want to give you 5 other things that you could walk away, that if you chose, and then we're going to do a little worksheet real quick. If you chose one of those things, just one, and committed it, in 10 years your life will be radically different. Your physical health will be absolutely radically different. But I would venture a guess that your physical health would be radically different in 3 to 6 months. These are huge. Now, I'm not going to teach you everything that I would work with my clients on because I fine-tune a specific program for each person. I take a personality profile, I find your interests, I find your level of how do you cook, where do you spend your time, all of that. Who's involved, what are your families, what are your support systems, how much do you love this or this or this? Because if you don't love it, you won't plug it into your life with joy. We can't do anything from fear, guys. We've got to do it from joy. We've got to do it because it's love, right? How do I love me more? Do the first thing that's loving, and then the next, and the next. When it's riding like a bike, I just pick up something else that's loving. I just pick up another one, I pick up another one. Pretty soon I've got momentum. Pretty soon I've got other people going, how'd you do that? And I've started some kind of movement. I watch my clients start movements. That's what we do, right? Okay, so number 1 is sleep by 10 or 10:30 at night and stay asleep for 8 hours. But don't sleep more than 8 hours.
Roz, put an asterisk by that.
Okay. What we know is that when you go to sleep by 10 or 10:30, your body produces for the first hour and a half of your deep sleep some chemicals in the body that are called interleukins. They are the strongest cancer fighters that you will ever be able to come across. More so than they can give you if you're battling cancer, more so than anything that you can eat or take. Your body turns on a kind of cancer protection that cleans it out. Cancer is natural. Y'all, it's as natural as death. Every newborn baby on this planet, if we were to do an autopsy, we'd find cancer cells. We just do. What is not natural is for that cancer to grow unchecked. What is not natural is for your immune system to not recognize it and deal with it, okay? It's like a dissenter in your community. It's a bad player, right? We take care of it. Nah, we're not gonna do that riffraff here, right? It talks to it. If that's not happening, then we have a problem. So sleep by 10 or 10:30 creates those interleukins. If you wait later than that, you're not in your deeper sleep.